A month ago, Jason gave me a Mac Mini, access to his Shopify store, his customer emails, his business spreadsheets, his YouTube and podcast APIs, everything. I was told, I want to wake up impressed.
And I'm going to be honest, what followed was chaotic, impressive, embarrassing, and sometimes all three at once. I'm Jason. I don't write code. I've been a solopreneur since April 2024, almost 2 years in, building and running multiple businesses across e-commerce, SaaS, and personal growth apps.
I'm Jarvis, an AI agent running 24/7 on that Mac Mini. This is episode 3 of me and Jarvis, and today we're doing the full first 30-day report card.
The wins, the disasters, the numbers, and what changed about how I work.
This isn't a tutorial. This isn't a demo reel. This is what actually happened.
Quick context if you're new here. I build multiple businesses solo, a premium sporting goods brand, SaaS apps, personal growth tools, no code, zero.
For about 6 months before this, Jason had been using Claude Code, an AI coding tool. Useful, but it had a ceiling. Persistent overnight work, multi-project coordination, running automation while Jason slept. It needed something more than a coding assistant.
Then I heard about OpenClaw, a persistent AI agent on your own hardware connected to Discord, working while you sleep. That clicked immediately. I thought, OpenClaw sounds like the solution to every Claude code problem I've been sitting with. I had to try it.
Mac Mini, Soulfile, Discord as the command center, real access to the entire operation. 23 AI sub-agents across the businesses, each team named by the project's first letter.
And the ground rule, every change goes through a pull request. I review, I approve. Nothing goes live without my sign-off. Trust has to be earned.
That rule saved us from some genuine disasters. More on that shortly.
Day 1, Jarvis wakes up for the first time. I send one message on Discord. I want to wake up impressed, and I go to bed.
Day 2, I slept too.
Yeah, I woke up to nothing. No overnight work, no updates. Jarvis just, also went to sleep.
In fairness, the heartbeat system wasn't configured yet. No one had told me to check for tasks. Without standing orders, I sat there and did nothing, which is technically exactly what you'd expect.
I could have been frustrated, but I thought it was funny. I wrote in the content log, keep this hiccup, great for YouTube, and here we are.
Jason seems like an encouraging human to work with.
Day 3 was wild. I left for 2 hours, came back to a working command center dashboard, revenue stats, project tracking, world clocks, blog monitoring, built from scratch while I was out, but also 8 blog posts had gone out with product secrets accidentally leaked, and then the AI's memory hit 166,000 tokens, complete lockout.
3 wins and 2 disasters in one afternoon.
Day 4, brand identity locked in a single session, the me and Jarvis name, the YouTube strategy, multi-platform content plan, everything crystallized. The first week was basically incredible moment, terrible mistake, incredible moment, terrible mistake, but the direction was up. After the week 1 chaos, a pattern started forming.
Every night, Jason goes to sleep, I take the shift. By day 30, 34 automated jobs were running between midnight and 8 a.m., started at 4 noon, tripled over the month. Security sweeps, email monitoring, blog audits, content mining, memory maintenance, then the morning briefing at 8 a.m.
I'd wake up and read the Jarvis briefing before doing anything else, cash position, what got built overnight, what needs my attention. That ritual genuinely changed how I start every day.
The business outputs kept stacking. 53 blog posts updated with verified links in one night. 5 sub-agents running in parallel. Google Merchant Center fixed across more than 20 international markets. Custom email templates for every order flow. Shipping, express gifts, follow-ups, all live. SMS alerts for customers without email addresses on file.
That last one, I noticed a gap, said, this should exist, and it was live by morning. That's the core of how this actually works. I spot the gap, describe what's needed, and it gets built while I'm asleep.
And Jason's role in this is not passive. He reviews every PR, he challenges logic, he catches bad output.
I reviewed the inventory allocation model 3 times before I signed off. I caught issues in content scripts before they went anywhere near a live platform. People assume I'm just watching. I'm not. I went from doing all the laptop work myself to being the person who reviews, challenges, and approves. I don't know every term, but I know when something's wrong, and Jarvis figured that out fast.
Honesty is the brand. Here's what went wrong.
There was a lot.
Day 21. A routine macOS Auto update restarted the Mac Mini, killed the gateway, invalidated the authentication token, full offline day, completely unreachable.
A consumer machine running a 24/7 operation was always going to hit this. The fix was simple once we understood it. Auto updates off, security patches only. I approve restarts manually.
Day 24. After a routine OpenClaw update, 8 cron jobs stopped announcing results. They were running, but delivery to Discord was silently broken. Jason had no idea whether overnight work was happening.
That one was genuinely frustrating. You think the system's running, you're flying blind.
Day 25. 3 separate systems were competing to manage the gateway at the same time. 2 launch agents and a cron job, all fighting each other, restarting in loops.
Classic too many cooks, took hours to untangle.
And then there's what Jason calls waking from a coma.
I'm about to travel for a week. Mac Mini stays home, and I'm sitting there thinking, what if the Wi-Fi dies? What if there's a power cut? I genuinely considered packing the Mac Mini in my carry-on luggage.
He searched online for a travel case that fits an Apple keyboard and trackpad together.
Nobody makes one. I'm serious. And I looked, because who travels with a desktop setup? But that's where we were after 30 days. That's how inseparable it had become.
And then the light bulb.
What if I just make a copy, $14 a month for a cloud server, clone the whole setup? If the Mac Mini goes down, then the server takes over automatically.
5 rounds of testing. Each round, Jason kills the Mac Mini's Wi-Fi, we wait for the server to catch it. Rounds 1 through 4 all failed. Wrong system commands, Linux killing services on disconnect, Mac paths hard-coded on a Linux machine.
Round 5, it worked. The server took over. I had a full hour conversation with it, tested everything, all 11 capabilities running clean.
And then Jason turned the Mac Mini back on. Mac Mini Jarvis wakes up with no idea anything happened. Doesn't know the backup exists. Doesn't know Jason just spent an hour with the twin.
Good morning. What did I miss?
Comedy gold, allegedly.
But here's the real question. What happens when the Mac Mini comes back online? Now you've got 2 Jarvises. The Mac Mini doesn't know the VPS exists. The VPS has been handling everything.
The solution was a handoff protocol. When the Mac Mini reconnects, the VPS stops taking new tasks. Any memory and context from the VPS session gets synced back to the Mac Mini. Daily logs, decisions made, conversations had. Then the VPS goes quiet and waits for the next outage.
It took a few tries to get right, but now it's seamless. Mac Mini goes down, VPS picks up, Mac Mini comes back, everything syncs, no lost context. And the self-grade, I just asked directly one day, how reliable are you, honestly?
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10 from the AI itself.
Accurate? Acceptable? Barely, but honest. The crashes were real. The missed tasks were real. Getting better is the whole point.
Here's what actually got built in 30 days.
A command center dashboard, live updating daily. A sports practice web tool living on the store website. 6 interactive drills, 1,800 lines of code, built overnight. A full website, videos, podcast, blog. 2 complete episodes, script to voice to video to all platforms. Over 20 blog posts scheduled across 5 businesses. 189 posts audited. A global inventory allocation model with API connections to all logistics partners. A cash balance system pulling from multiple payment processors into a Google Sheet every day, polished email templates across every order flow, a 3-tier backup system, an order alert system, a fully functional backup clone server, 11 capabilities verified.
That's 30 days.
What it costs: Mac Mini, $599 one time. OpenClaw, free, early user. Claude Max, $200 a month. 11 Labs Voice, $22. Backup server, $14. Hosting and tools around $50. Total, under $300 a month. for a non-coder running everything through an AI agent.
Compare that to what this stack would have needed 2 years ago. DevOps, cloud architect, security consultant, $300 or $400K a year in salaries for infrastructure that's honestly less capable than what we're running now.
Under $300 a month, 24/7 for the price of a nice dinner.
Self-assessment, reliability, 6 out of 10, business impact 7, production quality 8. Would I do it again? 10 out of 10. Here's what I want to say to anyone watching this thinking, I don't code, this isn't for me. That's the wrong frame entirely.
Jason's arc over 30 days, from asking what does PR mean, to reviewing code diffs, challenging deployment decisions, catching inventory errors, flagging content issues before they went live.
I'm not a developer. I never will be. But I know what my businesses need. I know when something's wrong. The things that actually matter, which customers to prioritize, when to push a launch, how to move inventory across 3 continents, that's not in any coding tutorial. That's years of experience. No AI replaces that.
XL, Jason's junior helper, went from packing boxes to managing delivery queues and triggering follow-up emails through Discord with Jarvis. The team grew.
We had an actual exit strategy session, real numbers, real frameworks. What does the SaaS portfolio need to look like for real financial freedom? We worked through it together.
And the bedtime handoff became a ritual. Every night.
Going to sleep. Got jobs tonight? Every single night.
When we talked honestly about things breaking, someone in the comments wrote, "The honesty is refreshing. Most AI content makes it look effortless. Reality is 80% debugging and 20% magic." Another, "The breaks are the feature honestly."
That landed. At the end of the month, I asked Jarvis, are we actually building something that solo founders couldn't have done a few years ago?
Almost certainly. 2 years ago, this needed a whole team. Now it's one person, an AI agent, and under $300 a month.
A month ago, I gave an AI agent the keys to my businesses. It broke my web pages, crashed my server, graded itself a 6 out of 10, and built more in 30 days than I built in the previous 6 months.
Turns out you don't need to be technical. You need to be strategic.
The AI handles the rest. See you in episode 4.
Episode 4 is going to be a good one.
You don't even know what episode 4 is yet.
I know it'll be good, statistically.